Welcome to Tea and Talk. I'm your host, Olivia Boughton. Today I'm joined by Bob Smolinski. Bob, thanks so much for being here with me today.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's a pleasure.
I'm so thrilled that you're here, and I'm going to start with a story about why. So before we started the show, you asked me how long I've been doing this, and
Sure.
I said September of 2023 was my first show. But you planted a seed in my brain that resulted in this show.
Really?
Really and truly you did. So before that time, back in summer of 2023, you wanted to take me to lunch. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because you wanted to sort of pick my brain about my music and singing
Yes.
and
Yes.
the other thing that I do. And it was a great conversation. You were very inquisitive, and it got me to thinking about how, sometimes I think our individual stories are not maybe interesting to us, or we feel like, nobody wants to hear about that. But everybody has a story, whether it's, somebody that's well known in the community or somebody who isn't well known. Everyone has an individual story. And it got me thinking how nice it would be to tell those stories and share those stories in the community. So Tea and Talk came out of that that thought process. So thank you, Bob.
No extra charge.
Great. So today we're going to have a little tea and we're going to talk, and I'm going to learn about you today, and everyone else will too. So I decided to serve us a black tea. Mm-hmm. It's called Monk's Blend. And I brought these lovely nuns. They're not monks, but it's along the same
it's close.
vein, right? So Monk's Blend is a black tea, a flavored black tea blend. And there's sort of a legend that the monks in Tibet came up with this blend long ago, right? Who knows if that's true, but I like that story. So it's black tea, and it also has some sunflower petals, calendula petals, some vanilla flavor. So it's kind of has a little bit of a floral aspect to it. And I'm serving it in this sweet little teacup here. So this is something that the teacups and the creamer and this little sugar bowl were sent to me by my Aunt Monica.
Oh, yeah.
Who I knew you would know. She sent these to me because she was going through things and she found them, and they were something that my grandparents, Jean and Stanley, had in their cupboard in the kitchen, and she was like, I just remember them being there. And they are, they're an Alfred Meekin design called Fair Winds, and this was very popular mid-century, 1950s and 60s. And they depict scenes of the Chinese trade to America. So there's lots of ships and, kind of nautical designs. And I just thought it would be fun to use this little tea set with you, because I knew you would know a little bit of, the people involved. So let me pour you a little tea. And I do have the sugar, and I have some cream if you want either of those. Do you care for either?
Sugar would be fine, Olivia.
Okay. Pour a little for myself. Do you want one lump or two?
One is good.
Or three or four?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Did you ever take music lessons from your grandparent, Stan, on the piano?
So I took lessons at their home.
Yes.
On their piano, yes. There was a very lovely woman who would come to the house, and she lived, I think, down in like the Manchester area. Mm-hmm. And she would come and give me lessons at their house. Yeah. I often say I don't play piano for public consumption, but I know enough. Singing is where I spent my energy.
Well, it's your musical interest and ability.
Yes.
You try different things
Yes.
in that particular area, and then
Yes.
eventually you'll find what you're looking for.
Exactly, yeah.
And what you're good at and what you enjoy.
Yeah. Although in college I had to take, a keyboard course as part of my music major.
Okay.
And I remember taking the course, and then I continued with private lessons for a while.
Yeah.
And I worked on the accompaniment to a vocal piece that I was also working on, so that I could play for myself.
Yes.
And sing. So that was fun. But enough about me, Bob. This is about you. I see what you're doing. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. So what do you think of the tea? It's all right? The tea?
Sure. The tea is fine.
Tea is fine. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of a different flavor profile. So Bob, tell me, where did you grow up? What was your childhood like? Let's hear about you.
Certainly. Grew up, of course, in West Rutland.
West Side.
Went to St. Stan's grade school, 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Went on to West Rutland High School. Graduated in 1960.
Okay.
Moved on to Merrimack College in Andover, Massachusetts for my bachelor's degree.
Okay, and what did you study there?
Oh, I had a variety of courses, mostly minors. I didn't major in anything.
Okay.
Minored in history, philosophy, literature,
Yeah.
but had a strong interest in psychology.
Okay.
They didn't have a psychology major back in the 60s.
Okay.
So I took as many individual psych courses as I could. And eventually moved on to Assumption College in Worcester, Massachusetts, and received a master's degree, and then went on and got a certificate of advanced graduate study. From there, I had a couple of opportunities. One was down in Miami, Florida at Miami-Dade Community College.
Okay.
They offered me a contract. Came back and talked to my dad. My dad was a big influence. My mother was a big influence. And an opportunity arose at Rutland High School in the guidance department.
Ah.
Long story short, I applied for it and received the position. Stayed in that position for 5 years. And then Franny Robillard, who was the director of guidance at the time, moved up to the Stafford Technical Center.
Okay.
And they offered me the position as director of guidance. So I stayed there for 6 years as director of guidance services. During that time, we had several vacancies. One of them was filled by Dr. Richard Dundas, who was, for a long time, the president of Castleton State College.
Oh, okay.
Castleton University now.
Now.
And he was a big influence for me. Kept encouraging me because he knew my background and my education to get licensed as a psychologist. I looked at what the opportunities were within the public school system, and I said, well, got to find something else, you know. So I applied for a license, went through the whole licensing process, and became licensed in the state of Vermont as a psychologist in private practice.
Okay.
Went on.
What year was that?
I think that was 1977.
Okay.
You were still a little bugger.
I was not even.
You
yet.
were not even around. So I opened my own practice in my father's office. He had passed in '76. He, as you probably know, was the town medical physician.
Yes.
So it took about a year to get established. I knew a lot of school people, and it was right around the time when 94-142 was passed in Congress, which basically said everyone has an opportunity for an education, which evolved into basically special education for kids who had special difficulties.
Right.
in order for those kids to qualify for assistance, they had to have an evaluation, a psych evaluation.
Okay.
And because I knew a lot of the people, and there weren't many psychologists / school psychologists available, I began to get calls to come in and evaluate kids who they thought might apply for or be eligible for special ed.
I got it.
So I had a battery of tests that I would administer, write up the results of those tests, and then make recommendations based on the results, what their strengths are, what their areas in need of improvement were, and then consulted with teachers and parents and administrators about how best to meet the needs of that child, educationally, socially, etc.
Right.
That also extended into having a number of referrals, both privately and within schools. So in school, I was testing a lot of children, but I was also meeting with them on an individual basis. And then I would work with the teachers and the administrators and the parents. And depending on the age of the child would be part of the team.
So I was just going to ask you, what age range were you working with? Any and all?
Any and all.
Okay.
You know, of course, back then there weren't many kindergarten students or programs.
Right.
But certainly grade 1 through high school.
Okay.
And then I had some work with the colleges.
Okay.
I taught part-time at Castleton in their guidance and counseling program. And I taught for 7 semesters at College of St. Joe in the clinical psych program, which I truly enjoyed. But most of my work was focused on kids and a little bit with adults. Also worked for Voc Rehab here in Rutland on a little part-time basis as a consultant, looking at some of the cases that they had that weren't coming to fruition quickly, and said, yeah, you see anything there, Bob, that we missed, type of thing. And that was good. I enjoyed that part of it. But 2012 was when I retired completely from doing that type of work.
I see. So when you were going back and doing evaluations in schools and stuff, were you maintaining your private practice?
Oh, yes.
As well? Okay. With adults and whoever? Okay.
Adults and kids after school hours. You know.
Gotcha. So those were long days for you.
Those were long days, and fortunately my wife was very supportive and allowed me to have 2 loves, basically her and my job. You know. And I have no complaints, you know. I'd do it all over again if I had the opportunity and had the age. Age is the problem now.
So I'm curious why you were interested in psychology to begin with. What was it that drew you?
That's a cool story.
Okay, I like cool stories.
What got me interested in people, Olivia, was the Rutland State Fair.
Ooh, okay. All right, I'm listening.
We all went there as kids, you know. And you know where the grandstand is?
Yes.
The back of the grandstand overlooks the area that the people walk through, etc.
Yes.
I would sit on the railing for hours, just looking at all the different people.
At what age were you then?
Oh,
or
gosh.
About, you know?
Probably 12 or 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed people watching.
I did, because nobody was the same.
Yeah.
And that's what has intrigued me all these years. For example, doing the testing that I did, I would do intellectual testing, hand motor, eye coordination testing, personality testing. And one of the things I've taken away from that, and I always taught that at the College of St. Joe, no two people are exactly alike.
Yeah.
And if you do a little bit of reading on twin studies, that's obvious.
Yeah.
It shows it right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what always intrigued me about the business of psychology. Unfortunately, what I had seen over the years is what a lot of the medical models were trying to do, which was put everybody in a certain category.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Right. It has to fit a DSM category. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And no two people were exactly alike in fitting that in.
Well, because everyone has different experiences too that influence their behavior, even their personality, right? And how they. I mean, someone can have the same experience as another person and take something different away from it. So even if you go through the exact same thing, the same two people are not going to respond to it or react to it in the same manner. So I'm sure it was very difficult, you know.
That's evident, especially today. Two people looking at the same thing coming up with different observations in their mind.
Yes.
One of the psych courses that I took in personality had right at the beginning of the textbook an algebraic type of formula.
Okay.
And the personality basically is heredity times time times the environment. And that equals the personality of an individual. And as you just described it, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true, right? That we want to simplify things down to, you know, kind of black and white,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that we can, as you said, put something in a category or put something in a box and then therefore understand it.
Yep.
But life is not like that. It's just not like that.
No, it isn't.
No.
And that was the part that truly interested me and kept me going. You know.
Did you ever have experiences where you felt like there was a student who really needed additional help, but the test didn't bear that out?
Yes.
And what would you do in those circumstances? Was there anything to do?
Yeah. Fortunately, the Division of Special Education recognized that early on, that there were children who did not qualify for an individual educational plan. We called it an IEP. Yep. And in order to qualify that, you had to make certain scores on the cognitive testing. But there were other kids that kind of fell into a category just above that.
Right.
And they developed a program, 504 was the category name.
Okay.
So if a child did not qualify for an IEP, we then looked at whether they could qualify for a 504.
I see.
And then develop a special program for them that included a lot of time in a regular classroom, first educating the teacher to what the needs were, and then trying to get the kids into the regular form of everyday school life.
I see.
Some of them were able, for example, to do phys ed without too much of a problem. Some of them were able to do history. And some weren't, and that's the way you determined, you know, where they went. It was a lot of communication that was needed all the way around between teachers and school and parents, and depending on the child's age.
Right.
You know, oftentimes, I would encourage the child to come in on those meetings to get his or her opinion with regards to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And that's when it really worked well.
I was going to say, it's easy to decide what's best for a child, right? And of course, adults have a different amount of information and knowledge. But I think, as you're saying, it worked better when the child is on board, when the child also feels some sense of autonomy,
Yes.
that they can contribute something to this plan that is affecting them as an individual, and they don't feel like it's being forced upon them, right? Because that never works out in any stage of life.
If they can feel to be a partner in
Right.
the program, it
Right.
works so much better.
Right.
The other part of it is that the evaluations had to occur every 3 years, especially if they were on an IEP,
Okay.
to look at the changes.
Sure.
You know, was the educational program that we helped this child have, did that work for him or
Right.
her?
Right.
Do we have to fine tune it?
Right.
So there were benefits for the kids. And it worked well.
What was your favorite part of that work, if you could find a favorite part?
There were a lot of them, Olivia, but the favorite part was seeing students that I worked with or did evaluations in Price Chopper and coming up and saying, boy, I'm glad that you were involved in helping me.
Yeah.
Similar to, for example, a physician. You know, people see doctors out in society and run right up to them and say, thank you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I think we probably could all use a little more of that, right? Gratitude and acknowledging how other people have helped us, because I
Yes.
think, right, many people feel impacted by others and don't share that for a lot of reasons. Sometimes people think it might not matter to the person that helped them.
Right.
They might not even remember, you know, but I've had school teachers on here, and so many of them comment on how much it means when a student later in life
Yes.
tells them the impact that they had on that student as a young person, because you don't get to see that all the time, and when you do, it kind of just reinforces that you did the right thing with your life and your work.
One of the stories that I tell parents, especially parents of adolescent children who are going through that stage of oppositional, defiant kinds of thinking and behavior, I tell them, have patience, because in about 3 or 4 years, when they become young adults, they're going to come back to you and say, hey, did you guys take smart pills? Because what you said back then, you were right. You know? And that always was comical.
Yeah, patience is a virtue.
Yes, it is.
As the saying goes.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So we're winding down on time. We're not out of time yet, but I want to give you an opportunity to answer this question, and that is, what is it about living here in Vermont, right? Because you went to school in other places. You considered going to Florida, right?
Yes.
And yet you ended up back here in the Rutland area and working here and establishing yourself here and living here. What is it about this area that you love?
Well, the first part of that, Olivia, has nothing to do with the area. It has to do with the people. My mom came from a big family. In fact, the Markowski family from Florence. Her brother was Peter Markowski, who founded Markowski Excavating, etc. And a big influence on my life, to be honest with you, because I worked on the farm as a kid, and then I was there helping him in the beginning of his excavating and construction. So I enjoyed the big family. We always used to have Christmas on the farm, and there were a number of us that would attend that, and it was just a great occasion.
And very Polish, I'm sure.
Yes. and then I looked at my brother and the kind of enjoyment and dedication he had to his family, you know. And his family was pretty good size, 4 kids, 5 kids. So that part of it was big, right, the family part of it. The Vermont part of it has to do, I think, with the change of seasons. You know, I enjoy the change of seasons, but you know, we'd get into the deer hunting part of it.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't wait to do that. Then the winter part of it, as kids, we used to go out and skate.
Yes. Yeah.
There was a skating rink that the fire department in West Rutland had up at the end of Ross Avenue, or Ross Street. Springtime, trout fishing, of course.
Yeah.
You know? And then summertime, obviously swimming, etc. But Vermont offers us those kinds of opportunities.
Yes.
If you like the change. And in my situation, just as I was getting tired of one particular season,
The next one came.
the next one came along. It was always something to look forward to.
Yes.
Yeah. People seem to be very honest in
Yes.
Vermont.
Yes.
Back in the day, there wasn't the kind of animosity that you're seeing politically.
Sure.
West Rutland was a town where you could leave your doors open all night.
Yeah.
Other families kept an eye on kids, you know.
Yeah.
Your neighbor might come out and take you aside and say, hey, cut it out,
Right.
you know.
Right.
You walked into the house at supper time, anybody's house, and you were a member of the family. You know, sit down,
Yeah.
you have to eat.
Yeah. Community. Community.
Pierogi, kielbasa, you know,
Yeah.
all of that. So
Guamkis.
that's kind of why. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I kind of stuck around Vermont. Wife and I moved out to Colorado for a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
After our kids were out of the house, you know, empty house, empty kid syndrome type
Sure.
of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I liked Colorado.
There's some similarities to Vermont.
There are,
Yeah.
except there aren't the Green Mountains.
Yeah. There are mountains, but
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I worked part-time on Pikes Peak as a highway ranger
oh wow.
and patrolled that 20 miles of
Oh my
road
gosh.
from the bottom up to the top.
Wow.
And then I worked part-time in the Colorado Springs school system as a behavior specialist.
Yeah.
And that really confirmed again to me that I don't work for school systems anymore.
And that you wanted to come back to Vermont.
Oh gosh, yes. You know, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and I'm in agreement with you on many of the things you've said. You know, the community aspect is very special here. I think it's you feel like it's home. You feel like it's
Big
home.
family.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the seasons are lovely. I mean, we're about to get a lot of snow, so you know.
Yes, we are.
But spring is coming. So, well, it's been great to have you, Bob. Thank you so much for sharing some of your life with me and with our viewers. I really appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Tea and Talk.